My name is Suad Farah. My maiden name is Suad As'ad Jubran. My grandfather name is Salim Jubran. He passed away when the kids were young. And my grandmother is Azize Bajaliya Jubran. And she passed away young. My father and my uncles, my two uncles, they were orphaned from mother and father. Their uncle, Hanna Jubran, took care of them, took them in. He took care of them, he raised them. In 1919, he came to the States. We used to have a small house downstairs. He added to it for his nephews. He had one daughter. She was 18, but she had rheumatic fever. She died at 18. That's why he raised his nephews like his own. And he raised us too. My grandfather did, because my father, he came to the States with my uncle to make money and sent for him. He raised us. And he taught us how to respect others, elders, and be decent, live a decent life. He affected my life so much. I went to the Friends Girls School. I started school there when I was 7. We had boys with us. It happened to be Robert Bate, Isa Cook were in my class. When we went to the 3rd grade, they went to the boys' school, and we stayed in the girls' school. I came here, it was 1 year for me to finish, but my husband sent for me from there. He was my neighbor in Ramallah. I came here, and my uncle told me, you just go there. If you don't like it, you just come back. It happened, I went to see Layla, my cousin. She told me, Suad, don't go back. He's the most handsome guy in Jacksonville. Don't give him up. Really. I never forget that.
That's okay.
I had fun in Ramallah. Like she said, we used to go to school in the morning, come home for lunch, in the afternoon come home, study. And Warda's sister was my classmate, Suad, her name, Ghanem. I used to look from the window, my window in my bedroom, to her house. Suad, your light's still on. Are you still studying? She used to tell me that. And we used to, to see who do better, me or Suad. She was my best friend, and we lost her. I was so sad about it. I came here at the end of 1952. I had my kids here. I have 2 boys and a girl in Jacksonville. My husband passed away in 1972. He was young. I was 38. I took care of them. I sent them to school. And I told them, you have every penny for me, because my husband said, I want them to have education, no matter what. So they went to school, and I have 2 attorneys. My daughter went to college too. She married the Zaru clan. That's how it is. My kids, they are Arab, because I insisted, Mama, nothing like Arab. I said them that. That's why Eddie went to Ramallah. Chucky is the same thing. We had engagement for my grandson last weekend, and you ought to see what Chucky did, his uncle. He said, we will have to make the tulbe. You know what tulbe is? He wrote something beautiful. He said, this is our culture. We're going to keep it up. Mom here, and the other sit. She's Ibtisam Msallam, the grandmother for the bride. And he said, my nephew is named Khalil, like his grandfather. And that's how it is. And they asked, my uncle to ask for her, you know. And her older uncle said, you know, مبروكة عليكم إن شاء الله تتهنوا. Hey, it's an experience for my grandchildren. You know, I always told them about Ramallah. Hey, Mama, we did this, we did that. My grandfather was good to us. And you know
You
what he,
didn't say it's an image.
excuse me?
You didn't tell us your mother's name.
Oh, my mother's name is Jamile Dahoud Batih. You know, my mother married her cousin. My grandmother was a Gibran. And, you know, she married to a Gibran, my mother. You know what? You know what? They never went to the market. He used to go early in the morning, ask my mother and my grandmother and my aunt, what do you need today? He used to go to the market, buy all the vegetables, the meats. Twice a week they used to get meat at that time. And he used to send it with what they call al-attal. You know, he used to carry it on his back. You see, they come, you know, come after him to bring the stuff home. They never went grocery shopping. He used to do it.